Episode 310 of the Week in Review. I believe in Joe Hendry.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto live.
No, Joe Hendry was not on Raw or Smackdown this week, but either way, we're still gonna talk about both shows. Monday Night Raw from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Normally I'm not on Becky Lynch's side, but Becky Lynch was wearing the right colors on Monday night, if you know what I mean. Bear down, Green Bay, Wisconsin. What a heck of a crowd y'all were. Shout out to anybody who was up in that crowd, man. Y'all kicked some butt. Without further ado, let's talk about this insane, historic episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And yes, if you're wondering what we're jamming on the TV, that's Rhea Ripley's theme song. Hype me up because it's late. Alright, so this was kind of unexpected. We opened up the show with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. They were kind of just gloating about how they both have championship gold. Dom's got the Intercontinental title. Liv has one half of the tag team championship. Oh, what would happen to Liv later in the show would be so sad. I'll talk about it here soon. But they would get interrupted by Io Sky. Io Sky says, hey, if you wanted a world championship match, just ask for it. Let's go. Let's freaking do this. So Io Sky kind of takes a cheap shot at Liv and then attacks Dom as well. Little kick to the side of the head of Dom. So Io Sky getting the better of both of them. What happened to Liv is so sad. I'll talk about it here in a few, man. Darn it. It was a fatal four-way here in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I've been getting King and Queen mixed up over the past couple weeks in short, so I apologize for that. Raquel Rodriguez, the returning Asuka, Stephanie Vaquer, and Ivy Nile all in a fatal four-way match. This was a heck of a match. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it so much. Raquel Rodriguez was low-key closing in on the victory if it wasn't for Rhea Ripley screwing her over. So Rhea Ripley's gonna pull Raquel out of the ring right after she's about to get the pinfall. And then who takes advantage? Asuka! Asuka takes advantage after Rhea Ripley hit Raquel with a riptide and then pins Raquel Rodriguez. So Asuka advances in Queen of the Ring. Great match, man. I'm surprised they didn't give it to Stephanie Vaquer, but hey, totally fine with Asuka getting the victory. This was great. Oh, I knew it. Right when Gunther's music hit, man, I knew it. I'm like, okay, who's gonna interrupt this pointless promo from Gunther? It's Goldberg! Goldberg is back. I'm kidding, man. Snorberg. No, I mean Goldberg, excuse me. Goldberg is back. He's going to be facing Gunther, I believe, for the World Heavyweight Championship, right? I think it's for the world title, or it might not be. I don't know. Either way, they're going to be fighting at the Saturday night main event, one-on-one on July 12th, so I'm excited about that. That's the day before Evolution. It's a back-to-back PLE over the weekend, so that's going to be a good weekend there in July. Made a little fix-up for my figure here. This is pretty much what he was wearing. I just got him with some black pants, and then that's a John Cena World Life shirt. ABA confronted Gunther, and Gunther kind of backed down because he said, Gunther, you're next! Alright, so AJ Styles went one-on-one with JD McDonagh. You guys see him down there? This match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So Finn Balor wanted to be in the corner of JD McDonagh for this match, but Dom suggested that, Finn, you shouldn't be there. You weren't able to take care of AJ Styles last week, so you shouldn't be there. So Finn's like, great idea, Dom. You should step up. You should be in JD's corner, and Dom was. And it didn't really work out, because AJ Styles would hit the Styles Clash on JD, and he'd win the match. After the match, they looked to do a little sneak attack, and then AJ Styles would escape with the Intercontinental Championship, getting himself an Intercontinental Championship match at Night of Champions. So AJ Styles looking to become a Grand Slam champion, I believe. I don't think he's ever won the Intercontinental Championship, so that'll be huge for AJ Styles. So Bayley was cutting a little promo saying, hey, thank you WWE Universe, it's so good to be back, but damn, I wanted to be in a match at WrestleMania. Who stepped up? Becky Lynch, after she attacked me backstage. It was actually nice to hear from Bayley here, but Becky Lynch would come out in some legendary colors, as I mentioned in the beginning, the navy blue and the orange. Bear down, baby! If you're a Packers fan, respect to you, of course, because you're a Bretto Live fan as well. It got heated between Becky Lynch and Bayley, definitely. They actually earned herself an Intercontinental Championship match. I don't know why Nick Aldis was making the matches, because he's the SmackDown GM, but Nick Aldis was making matches backstage, which I found kind of interesting. So Becky Lynch would slap Bayley, and then Bayley would return a fist right to the face of Becky Lynch, and it kind of ended off there. So it was just supposed to be a basic match between Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan, man. Literally not even, 2 minutes into the match, Liv Morgan dislocates her freaking shoulder. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me right now? Why did this have to happen, bro? They had so many big plans for Judgment Day. The whole, Finn Balor thing, and oh my gosh, Finn Balor's trying to turn things around, and Liv dislocates her shoulder. Are you kidding me? This sucks. It was just a basic takedown from Kairi. Nobody did anything wrong here. I knew right away. I was like, wait, Liv does not look right. Why'd she jump out of the ring that quick? And then they kind of cut to commercial, and then it kind of just ended. But I was like, darn it, man. Get well soon, Liv. This is tough. This is tough, man. This really is. This sucks. So Karrion Kross is going to get in the ear of Sami Zayn backstage once again, but this this time Sami Zayn cooked. He said, you know what? You're a coward. You hide back here. You hide in the shadows. You never show your face out there. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, Sami. So it's only a matter of time till we see Sami fight Karrion Kross. But first, Sami's got to win a crown, baby. Come on. That would be amazing for him. In Saudi, too? Come on. Dude, this main event was crazy. The final fatal four-way in the King of the Ring tournament. Sheamus, Rusev, Jey Uso, and Bronson Reed. I never thought I'd say that Jey Uso was actually a small man in this match. Like, Jey Uso was the smallest guy out there, which is like low-key rare. Jey's a big guy. Like, fighting against these absolute monsters. This match was insane. It was intense. The ending sequence was freaking insane. So many people came out. LA Knight would come out to screw Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker would come out to try and screw Jey Uso. Penta came out, took out Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn came out. Like, this was insane. All allowing for Jey Uso to hit a frog splash and seal the deal. He is punching his ticket, possibly going to be King of the Ring. He beats Bronson Reed, pins him 1, 2, 3. And how apropos, Bronson Reed hit a tsunami on him recently, so that feels good. Jey Uso, one step closer to becoming king. Rollins looks to come out and, get a little piece of Jey Uso because he's pissed off because both of his guys have failed to become king. And then here comes Cody Rhodes to back up Jey Uso. But now, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso have to fight next week on Raw to determine who moves on. I'm rooting for Jey, man. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for Jey Uso. He needs a redemption story after losing that title, bro. Seriously. I have a feeling it's going to be Cody, though. What a heck of a Monday Night Raw. Oh, what's playing now? Oh, AJ Lee's theme song. See the WrestleMania 29 logo? That was such a good episode of Monday Night Raw. Oh my goodness. From Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm going to give the show a 9 out of 10, bro. My favorite match was Bronson Reed, Rusev, Sheamus, and Jey Uso Fatal 4-Way. My favorite moments, probably the Goldberg return, okay? It is. It's probably the Goldberg return. I low-key enjoyed it. I did. I didn't think I was going to be very excited. Once that music hit, once he hit the fireworks, the punches, the kicks, I was like, all right. I might buy the shirt. I don't know. We'll see. And what do you guys say we jump into Friday Night Smackdown from Grand Rapids, Michigan? Friday, June 20th, Grand Rapids, Michigan. A Friday Night Smackdown just went down. Oh my God, bro. The ending was so good. John Cena cuts a boom, pipe bomb. WWE is so genius for this. I didn't even think they could do something like that. Fully reverse it. John Cena cuts the pipe bomb on Punk instead of Punk cutting the pipe bomb on Cena. Genius. We're going to talk about the entire show. We will get to the pipe bomb here in a few. Let's go. We open up the show with Paul Heyman threatening LA Knight. He told LA Knight, he's like, dude, you better leave the arena. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen to you. So LA Knight's not going to back down. He's not going to get threatened by a fat man and leave. No. LA Knight's going to stand his ground. Then here comes Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, but LA Knight grabs an equalizer. LA Knight grabs a steel chair, fights him off as they were trying to literally kill him. But then Bronson Reed would get in a match with LA Knight later in the show, and I will talk about it, but not a bad opening promo. Kind of boring, though. It was a Queen of the Ring tournament match between Asuka, who qualified on Monday Night Raw, going up against Alexa Bliss one-on-one. I didn't really care who won this. I like both women a lot evenly. I like Asuka. I like Alexa Bliss. They're both really classic women superstars. I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, these are women that I grew up watching, which is crazy, and I'm calling them classic. But anyways, Asuka would pick up the victory with that new finisher that she's using, kind of like the rear end right to the face. I feel like she missed Alexa Bliss, but Alexa Bliss wasn't able to kick out. Asuka advances. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are building the anticipation for their match that's going to be happening on Monday Night Raw, because of course, that's just how the tournament lined up, man. Jey has to face Cody one-on-one, and there can only be one winner that goes to Saudi to fight for the crown and a future world championship match. So I enjoyed their promo, but it would get interrupted by Randy Orton and Sami Zayn, who also have an opportunity at King of the Ring, and they just make a bunch of threats towards each other, but they're all face, so it's kind of like genuine threats, but I enjoyed it. Then we jumped right into a King of the Ring match, dude. Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Sami to win this so bad. I would have loved to have seen Sami in Saudi fighting for that crown, bro. Seriously, but Sami would fail. Randy Orton would pick up the victory in a very vicious RKO. Like, Sami was going for, I believe a Halula kick, and Randy Orton literally caught him and whiplashed his head down to the mat with a wicked RKO. It was a pretty brutal one, and he pinned him 1, 2, 3. So Randy Orton moves on in King of the Ring, getting another opportunity towards that crown. So Charlotte got into it with Chelsea Green backstage, right? So she fought Chelsea Green in a one-on-one match, and man, it felt like a 3-on-1 handicap match with the freaking Secret Hervis on ringside, but Charlotte was still able to pick up the victory with the bridge figure 8 by tapping out Chelsea Green. After the match, Piper Niven and Alba Fyre are going to attack Charlotte 3-on-1, taking her down, and here comes Alexa Bliss. Been trying to create a friendship with Charlotte over the past couple weeks here, but Charlotte's not having it. But I think they should totally gang up, bro. Create a little tag team here or whatever you have to do. Or just have each other's back. Both of y'all are classic women superstars. Like I said with Asuka earlier. Like, y'all are classic. These newbies are trying to take over. Band together and freaking fight back. But Charlotte wasn't having it. She just left the ring. But Alexa Bliss literally saved her ass. Solo Sikoa gave Jacob Fatu one more opportunity to say, I love you, Solo, and rejoin him. But Jacob Fatu is not no brains. He's all gas, no brakes, not no brains. Jacob Fatu says, hell no, Solo, I ain't joining you. And then Solo literally says, but I love you, Jacob. And then proceeds to try to spike him? Like, how are you gonna love a man and then try to spike him? Like, how does that make any sense? Solo. So JC Mateo's gonna come out. It's kind of like a 2-on-1 beatdown on Jacob Fatu. And then here comes Jimmy Uso, who used to despise Jacob Fatu. Like, he would never align himself with Jacob Fatu. And here comes Jimmy trying to back up Jacob. Doesn't really work out too well when Jimmy jumps in the ring, but then eventually Jacob gets back to his feet, fights off JC Mateo and Solo Sikoa. But yeah, it's very interesting seeing Jimmy and Jacob fight side by side. Very interesting. And then Nick Aldis would make a match official, the US title. It's going to be Solo versus Jacob Fatu, I believe, at Night of the Champions, I think, right? This was so weird. So as you know, R-Truth was supposed to fight John Cena in the main event, which he did, but before that, I guess Kit Wilson from Pretty Deadly was supposed to fight Aleister Black one-on-one, which was already weird to begin with. So during Aleister Black's entrance, Kit Wilson gets attacked by R-Truth. R-Truth locks in the STF, says, I want Cena now, I want Cena now. It's like, Truth, your match is on the main event. What are you doing? So then Jamie Noble, former J&J security member, kind of says to R-Truth, like, calm down. You're getting Cena in the main event, man. Like, get out of the ring, man. Calm down, man. Go to the back, man. So I was like, what the heck just happened? And he kind of screwed over Aleister Black. Aleister Black was kind of pissed, bro. The beef between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton continues. Tiffany Stratton made a match. She made it official with Nick Aldis. She wants a match against Nia for the championship, and it's going to be in a last woman standing match. Of course, this would break down between both of them. They hate each other so much. Nia's going to drop Tiffany with multiple leg drops, and then here comes Naomi. Naomi tries to cash in again on Tiffany Stratton with the help, or kinda the help from Nia Jax doing all the work on Tiffany, but it didn't work out. Nia's like, you ain't cashing in, Naomi. She avoided the cash in, didn't let her cash in on Tiffany Stratton. But Nia Jax was pissed off. She's like, no, you're not going to cash in on Tiffany Stratton. I need her first. And then Tiffany would take advantage, kind of take both of them out on the outside. So she avoided a cash in. Gotta watch out for Naomi, man. She's thirsty for that championship. Seriously, bro. It was Bronson Reed versus LA Knight one-on-one. Another match that just felt like a handicap match, bro. It felt like 2-on-1. Braun Breaker was on ringside, kept jumping on the apron. LA Knight had to worry about him. So the match just turns into a DQ. Braun Breaker randomly gets in the ring, hits a spear on LA Knight, turns into a DQ, multiple tsunamis, multiple spears. They absolutely annihilated LA Knight. They didn't have him on a stretcher yet, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be receiving medical attention after this absolute beatdown. So yeah, they won't have to worry about LA Knight for a while, that's for sure. And topping off our show with the main event, it was John Cena versus R-Truth. This match wasn't for the championship, but it didn't really matter about the match because it was thrown out the window. John Cena would hit R-Truth with the championship, causing a disqualification. He'd knock him out, and this was up by the entrance ramp. So CM Punk's music would hit, and CM Punk was in Grand Rapids. So CM Punk looks to attack John Cena. It doesn't work out. John Cena's number one weapon seems to be this championship. He whacks it over the head of CM Punk after low blowing him, and then puts him through a Slim Jim table. There's your free plug, Slim Jim. CM Punk goes through the table, and then John Cena proceeds to cut one of my most favorite promos from him of all time, a John Cena pipe bomb. And damn, bro, this was good. Holy cow, John. Amazing. The crowd is coming around to him, bro. I swear 95% of the people in the crowd were cheering him. Thank you, Cena. Cena's the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Thank you, Cena. John Cena. Let's go, Cena. I'm like, oh my God, bro. He's getting around to the crowd as being this fun, kind of amazing heel here, man. Like, I got such a different vibe from this heel Cena. It felt right. CM Punk felt like the heel that just got put through the table, and John Cena felt like the face chilling on the top rope, bashing the heel who was through the table. But obviously that's not the case. But it felt like it, didn't it? Oh my gosh, we had Nick Nemeth mentions, Claudio Castagnoli mentions, Matt Cardona mentioned. He damn near almost freaking mentioned AEW. It was insane. Oh my gosh, John Cena was on fire. Absolutely on fire. If you could find an uncut version of this promo, please watch it, because dang, it was freaking good. Great job, Cena. Favorite moment is that even a question, look at the hat, never give up. John Cena's pipe bomb. Oh my God, so good. Favorite match was definitely Kit Wilson versus Aleister Black. I'm kidding, bro. That match didn't even happen. That was so weird, man. Favorite match, I'll give it to Sami Zayn and Randy Orton. They did a pretty good job. And then ranking the show out of 10, dude, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Dude, the pipe bomb really saved this show. I was kind of bored throughout the entire thing. I'm sorry. It was still decent though, but I was kind of bored. The pipe bomb? Oh, it was so good. Let me know what you thought about the shows down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all next time. Bretto Live is out.